Jaina and dear students, I hope you all are fine. Stay home, stay safe. As the process of Unlock 3 is on, so I hope you all might be having your books now with you. But always remember to follow SMS. Means if you are going out of your house, keep sanitizers with you. Whenever you touch anything outside, please apply sanitizer. Wear mask while moving out of your house. When you return back home, then also apply soap and wash your hands properly. And the third thing, when you are there in the market or out of your house, maintain social distancing. Whenever you return back, please ask your parents to provide you a glass of hot water with a lemon added to it, because it's going to help you fight with the virus and bacteria. So now, dear students, let's start with our studies. So today we'll start a new chapter, Discovering Tut. The saga continues, and this chapter is written by A.R. Williams. Before moving forward, let me tell you something about the author, that is A.R. Williams. She lives in Virginia Beach, and this Williams, she had developed a love for reading at a very young age, probably when she was in grade 4th. And that also she came to know about this love when she received an assignment to write her own work of fiction. So then it occurred to her that she was having the ability to create tales for others. Although Williams, she did not pursue this desire at that moment. But she had a very good appetite for reading. From the amazing comics, she read many books like the Spider-Man, the X-Men, etc. Now, before starting, let's discuss about the characters of the chapter. The first character, or we can say the protagonist of this story, is King Tut. King Tut, he was the last heir of a powerful family that had ruled Egypt and its empire for centuries. And he was the first preserved body, first mummified body to undergo the CT scanning machine. The second character here is Howard Carter. Howard Carter was a British archaeologist, and he was the one who in the year 1922 discovered King Tut's tomb. But this search, it caused a great damage to the mummy of King Tut. The third character here is Zahi Hawass. Zahi Hawass was the Secretary General of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities. He was the one who was scanning King Tut's mummy for an accurate forensic reconstruction. And he was doing this scanning approximately after 80 years from when Howard Carter had searched the body of King Tut. The next character is Amenhotep III. About this character, Amenhotep III, it's not clear whether this character was King Tut's father or grandfather, but whosoever he was a powerful ruler, and he ruled almost for 4 decades on Egypt and its empire. The next character is Amenhotep IV. Amenhotep IV was the king who promoted the worship of Aten god, and himself changed his name from Amenhotep to Akhenaten. By this act, he outraged the country by attacking Amun, a major god of Egypt, by smashing his images and closing his temples. Now, how the making of the mummy, how it all began. See here, you can read, "Death shall come on swift wings to him that toucheth the tomb of Pharaoh." These lines, normally, they were being written on the mummies of the great people, simply to protect the mummy from the thieves. Now, about the story, or we can say overview of the story. So, we can say that this story is a living example of technology advancement. We accepted things and events attributing their cause to nature and her wrath. However, advancement and technology, they could give us a very different picture. This way now, it has become a habit with us to accept everything that history states, or we can say that it dictates. So, on the process, the modern world has found ways to offer a different view on it. In other words, we can say that the modern world has turned impossibilities to possibilities. So, in this story, we'll be dealing with the miseries and various theories regarding the life and death of the youngest ruler of ancient Egypt. That also, his name was Tutankhamun. His tomb was discovered in 1922 by the famous archaeologist Howard Carter, and since then his mummy has been subjected to X-ray and later a CT scan. These investigations, they have answered a lot of questions and they have offered new clues on his life and death. So, here, this is the report written by William, A.R. William. Here, this report, it gives an insight into this all. A mummy that was scanned after 1,000 years has opened new avenues regarding a cause of its death. The mummy referred to here is that of King Tut, meaning the living image of Amun. The earlier rulers, Amenhotep IV, they has shocked the country by attacking Amun, a major god, smashing his images and closing all his temples. His family, they had ruled for centuries before the boy king, Tut, took over. However, Tut ruled for 9 years and then dies, both mysteriously and unexpectedly. And this is the mask of Tutankhamun's mummy, the popular icon for ancient Egypt at the Egyptian Museum. Now, let's start with our chapter. In the first half of the chapter, we'll study about how the death of King Tut came and how he was being taken out from his cemetery for CT scan. When it was being taken out, how was the atmosphere there? So, Tutankhamun, also known as Tut, was a very young boy when he died. We can say that he was the last successor of his powerful Pharaoh dynasty, which ruled Egypt and its empire for centuries. he was laid to rest, that also heavily loaded with gold and precious things. Later, his tomb was being discovered in 1922, which made the world raise a question about what had happened to him and whether he had been murdered or he met with a natural death. So, after 80 years, that is, when his body was taken out by Howard Carter. So, after 80 years, his body was once again taken out from his grave, and now this time his body was undergoing a CT scanning machine, which could give a new information and clues about his life and death. And his face could also be recreated with the help of a procedure called forensic reconstruction. When his body was being taken out from his grave, a very fast, strange, and unnatural wind was blowing. We can say so, ominous atmosphere was present there with dark and cloudy sky. His body was taken out from his grave. So, dark clouds, they moved very quickly across all the desert the whole day long, and later they covered the stars even. On January 5th, 2005 at 6 p.m., King Tut's mummy, which is the world's most famous mummy, was placed in the CT scanner to investigate the mystery behind his death, which had occurred more than 3,300 years ago. So dear students, that's all in this lecture. We'll meet once again with the fresh thoughts in new lecture. Till then, Jai Narayana all of you.